Hey, this is Rich with SeatRetriever.com. We're coming into the final days before the Super Bowl. Did you get your tickets? Are the prices still about the same? Have they gone up? Have they gone down? What are we going to do? Did you get your tickets? Should you get your tickets? Oh my God! Stay tuned and find out. Okay, so we're back here. We've been doing this for the last 2 weeks. We're talking about Super Bowl tickets, pricing, up and down, the swings of supply and demand, a lot going on in the world these days. So we'll just focus on the game and not get into too much political or health. I guess health is the big scare right now. But let's just focus on the fun part of life and seeing if you're willing to spend a few bucks on some Super Bowl tickets if you haven't already. We've been talking about a few sections within the stadium of the Hard Rock, February 2nd, and we left out a section from the beginning that was quite interesting. It's been standing in my face the whole time, but we never really looked at it because it was almost an impossible ticket. Now, if you want and you have the means to do it, we're talking about the 72 Club. I didn't even think about this. This whole section's grayed out, but the 72 Club is available. I'm not too familiar with the Hard Rock Stadium, but when you click on the 72 Club, look what happens. You're looking at tickets in row 17 for $22,000 each, and in row 12 for $37,000 each ticket. Is this something you want to do? That's up to you. We can help you if you want those. They're available. And I have a feeling people are just putting up these crazy numbers and see if they can get them, and they're most likely going to go to the game anyway. So if you have the money, and I mean that's a significant chunk of change, but we're not going to worry about those too much. Let's get back into our focus, which is our three main sections that we've been talking about. This is kind of funny to see these prices, though. That's just insane. So anyway, we'll reset the map. A couple gray areas filled in, so we're still looking at several areas within the upper deck end zone area, but you can see things are filling out pretty good, and you're still dealing with some supply there. So the demand will be average. I don't think everyone's ready to make their move just yet. If they're going to purchase at this date, they're probably going to wait till tomorrow, which is Saturday. Right now it's Friday, but we've been looking at certain pricing in this area. We're starting at like 4,200. And then it went from $3,900 to $4,000, all the way up to back to $5,000 on January 29th. Today's January 31st. And as you can see, prices are steadily and big time rising. We got big risers. We're looking at $6,000. We're looking at $6,700, all the way down to, whoa, I don't know what's going on here. $62,000. I think that's a mistake, or someone just coming in looking for some crazy deals because no one's going to buy those. So anyway, we'll look at $6,700 right now as the average, because we got a couple seats in 306, 305, 303 at the 6,000 level, but then there's a quite jump to the 65 area, which is 329, 307, and 307. So 6,700 is a pretty good number, I think, based on this area. So prices are rising, guys. Prices are rising in the end zone, upper deck. We're talking 4,200 possibly to 5,000, and now we're in the 65. So it's jumped up. So the guys are trying to get their money right now, and if you don't want to spend that type of cash, you can risk taking tomorrow, see what happens, because they're going to have to unload their tickets, and they'll probably drop the prices once again. It's just a matter of what's your budget and what's your means and what you want to do. So let's go into our next section that just shows you what's happening here. We talked about the club level 250. I did a video last night, actually, a kind of just spur of the moment video focusing on the 250 section, actually comparing StubHub, Ticket Network, and Seat Retriever, of course, to see who has the cheapest tickets. And if you watch that video, you will find out who wins that battle. Anyway, we just looked at the 250 level, and what we're seeing here now is a nice rise in this area. We're talking 9 to 10,000 to 7,800 to 8,300, all the way down to 7,000. And in the last video, we were about 6,500 average. But if you can see here, we have a couple tickets in that range, but then all of a sudden we just pop. We popped to 7,000, 7,800, 8,000, all the way up to 10,000. So we do have players in there that are rising to the occasion, and they're looking to increase prices on their tickets. You have 16 tickets here, which is pretty insane. So this is pretty much like the whole box someone's willing to give up, or a whole club row at $8,000 each. Now you can buy one, or you can buy up to 16, I guess. But $250 is still a player in the market. We looked at row 11 yesterday, again, in our comparison video, and prices have actually risen since yesterday. They've gone up a couple $100 since yesterday. So things are moving in the north side of price and not great for the spectator. So again, you're going to have to make a decision on whether you want to go to this game or not at this point, and you're going to have to pay a heavy price. Now, remember, we could get lucky tomorrow when the prices do potentially drop, or Sunday even, because people are just looking to unload their tickets and they might want like 4,000 all of a sudden. You might get really lucky, but that's going to be a tough one because this is a very expensive Super Bowl for sure. It's one of the better games we've had in many years, and prices will stay high. So let's go back into our lower end zone level. There's definitely still tickets here for you to look at. Yesterday we had a couple grays, but now we don't. You see 120, 122, 125 are now gray. They were not gray earlier. But in this area, we're talking 5,200 to 4,800 to 5,300 to 5,000 to 5,800 average. And now you can see this. We have one at about 6,000, but then we have a good launch up about 6,500, 6,600, all the way up to 11,000 at the 130. So we're still seeing players come in the market looking to sell their tickets at pretty high levels. I mean, we're talking 6,500 average to here to about 68. So 67 we'll go with, 6,700, which is an increase, of course, from where we were the other day at 5,800. So again, all seats are on the move and they're going up. Whether people are buying them right now is a good question. Are they waiting for tomorrow? Are they going to wait for Sunday? And that's going to come down to whether you're willing to commit the money just to go to the game or not. So this kind of breaks down the Friday look before the Super Bowl. There's a lot of parties going on. People are going to want to get their tickets and be completely dialed in for the game on Sunday. And it should be a good game. So, I mean, I think if you're a Super Bowl fan or a football fan and you have this kind of cash, you know, it's a great way to get to a game. It's a great location, obviously, in Miami. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. You can always come on over to seatretriever.com, purchase your tickets, guaranteed 100% worry-free guarantee. You know, remember, these prices are prices before the fees. In the video I did yesterday, I talk about how crazy the fees are on these tickets. So the prices will jump heavily, even though you can see these prices right now. It's almost another 20% on top. So something to consider before you make your purchase. The fees will be there, and you should be ready for that. Anyway, this is Rich with seatretriever.com. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully, we'll see. We're going to try to do one more video at least before the Super Bowl, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday morning, and we can see what happens, okay? Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.